So what's your idea for the documentary?
I don't know, I'm thinking of something fast.
Like a rocket?
Not that fast.
So like a bike?
I'm thinking like... We have loved everything on wheels since
The day we were born.
although some of our passions have come and gone,
One thing has always stuck with us.
and that's
Our love of
for
cars.
As we have been getting older, our focus has changed from anything that rolls on four wheels to what car is the best, which one is the fastest, which one costs more, which one will make your ears ring for the next few days. We grew up in an environment in California where these cars were common, and it has almost always been fascinating to us. So we're on our way to California right now. We're on our way to the airport, and it's gonna be cool to go back there because California is kind of our home, like our beginning of all of this, and it's really what really brought us into cars because like we would just like see these exotic cars every day, and then when we moved here and realized that you don't just see a $500,000 car in the streets every day, and we realized that it's like something special, then it really made us want to get more into it. So it's gonna be cool to go back to California and see these cars a lot more.
So we're just here in Fashion Island at the valet parking where we have a nice lineup of cars behind me, and none of these cars are below $300,000. We have the Lamborghini Aventador S, we have the Ferrari 488 Pista, as well as the Porsche GT2 RS. It's just a beautiful sight to see. And then we also have this McLaren right here in front of us, which is just a beautiful car.
So explain to me like the part in the doc where like we don't live in California anymore.
Yeah, so like because we don't live in California anymore and we live in like St. Louis, we don't see like $1 million cars every day just driving down the road. So like we can't just drive to the supermarket and see a Lamborghini and like, you know.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So
You mean
like we
like
have to reach out to places like, you know, like St. Louis Motor Cars to see these cars.
yeah. So like
The fact that we can't just drive down the street and see exotic cars everywhere we go has changed our journey in the car world. Our love of cars has still stayed the same, but the way we pursue it changes everywhere we go. Although exotic cars are not as common in Missouri, there's still a large group that comes together to enjoy them. So, enough of all those cars, although they're great. Now, we'll show you what we really came here for. It's right here. This is the Porsche 918 Spyder. So we mentioned to you that the Porsche 918 Spyder was really special to see, but we failed to mention why. This is because it's a $1.6 million hypercar, and this is also our first hypercar we've ever seen, and this is our second time seeing it now. We saw it arrive for delivery, and now it's back in St. Louis Motor Cars, and it's really cool to see it again. or a supercar.
Another place, like St. Louis Motor Cars, where we always feel welcome is at Cars and Coffee. Cars and Coffee is just a group of random people who come together that share the love of cars. Found after talking to dozens of amazing people from different backgrounds and cultures is that it all comes down to happiness. The car community is just a group of people that come together and do what makes them happy, no matter what they're driving. If it's a multi-million-dollar hypercar or their first car, everyone has their part, and it still brings them the same joy and happiness.
And not necessarily, anybody can buy horsepower, but that doesn't necessarily buy happiness. It's what can you do with what you have?
Is anyone against your love of cars? Or someone in your life not feeling the same way?
Oh, absolutely, my parents. Oh, my parents were totally against it. Obviously, they didn't really see the fun or need for it. If you're not going to drive it that much, why have it? But obviously, it's one of those passions that you have where it really doesn't matter, what you do with it. As long as you like it, it makes you happy,